The Trek Dual Sport Plus 2, Trek's lightest ever e-hybrid bike. So, is it any good? Hi folks, I'm Jason and welcome to eBike-centre. Today we're talking about the Trek Dual Sport Plus 2, Trek's lightest hybrid e-bike. Before I forget, I'd be really grateful if you could like, subscribe and ring that notification bell. So, hang on, have you actually liked and subscribed yet? Come on, just click. It won't take long. Nice one. The Dual Sport, as the name suggests, it's a bike with a dual purpose. It's a commuter bike and it's also your everyday fun bike. So you can use it off the road, you can use it for fitness, you can use it just for a bit of touring, bit of fun. It's just a great all-round bike for a bit of everything. Moving on to the specs. So it's a lightweight bike coming in at 17 kilos. It's an alloy frame and it's fitted with that 40 Newton meter Hyena motor and 250 watt-hour battery. So it's a hub drive motor, but it's fitted with a torque sensor in the crank, so it's a much more lifelike feel than your standard hub drive. It's not going to have the same sort of riding feel as your mid drives, but it's still a pretty good all-rounder, particularly at the price point of $2,200. The bike only comes equipped with a kickstand, but it can also be retrofitted with mudguards and pannier racks, which makes it a good all-rounder as well if you wanted to use it as a commuter bike or for that bike for taking on longer tours. And speaking of longer tours, there is also a 250 watt-hour range extender option, which is going to take the battery range from around sort of, let's say, 30 usable miles up to probably about 50 miles, 56, maybe even 60 miles, depending on how you're using the bike. So the big difference between this bike and the other bikes is the fact that it's fitted with 650B or 27.5 inch in old money tyres by 5mm. No, 50mm, a bit tiny. Really big tyres that are that wide. But the thing that sets this bike apart from most of the competition is the size of the tyres. So this is fitted with 60/50Bs. So the thing that sets the Dual Sport aside from many of the other bikes in this style is the size of the tyres. They've gone for a much bigger tyre. In this case, they've gone for the 650B or 27.5 inch in old money size tyre, which you normally would see on a mountain bike rather than a hybrid. So the advantage of going for this tyre is they can go quite a bit wider. So they fitted 50mm tyres on this bike, which is, again, more sort of the mountain bike size territory tyre. And the reason for that is because it gives you a lot more dampening from the extra air that cushions inside the tyre, which again goes with the Dual Sport aspect of it, that it can be used on or off the road, as well as also giving you a bit more grip and a bit more versatility with tyre choice. So the bike comes in two different frame styles. It comes in the standard crossbar, and it also comes with a stagger frame as well for those that don't want to throw their leg over the back. Particularly if you do fit a rack on the back, it is useful to be able to stand over the frame rather than throw your leg over the back. It comes in two colours, galactic grey and also a blue, which is the colour we have here, which we think is a particularly vibrant and really, yeah, pretty tasty colour. So what and who is this bike for? Well, in essence, it's going to be for a person that wants to take it possibly more off the road. And by off the road, I don't mean taking it down a mountain. I'm talking purpose-built cycle routes or across fields or anything that's not too vigorous, essentially, in terms of the terrain. For someone who's going to spend a lot more time on gravel, things like that, that's really what this bike's for. I wouldn't call it a gravel bike because technically gravel bikes normally have drop bars and they are often quite a bit narrow in the tyre, but that does vary. You do see 650B tyres on gravel bikes as well, but it is very, very capable for that gravel riding. It's also a bike for someone that needs a bike that's lighter weight. We do get quite a few comments from people saying, well, why go for a lighter weight e-bike when you go for a full power e-bike and it will take its own weight with the more motor power? Yes, that's absolutely true. You can go for a more powerful e-bike, and when you're riding it, you won't feel that you're dragging around a heavy bike. You'll notice it more if you were doing sort of technical riding with jumps and tricks and switchbacks and things like that. Then you'll notice the weight. But if you're doing general hybrid riding, then you're absolutely right. You won't notice the weight when you're riding it, but you will notice it when you're trying to maneuver the bike without electric assistance. So some people may want to turn the bike off and ride it as a normal bike and just turn the power on and off when they need it. Others need to physically maneuver the bike. They need to get it up on their shoulder, they need to carry it upstairs, they might live on a second floor apartment, a third floor, whatever it might be, or just even getting it in and out of the shed. They might find a lighter weight e-bike is just that much easier to throw it in and out. Some people, they might want less E for their e-bike. They only want a little bit of electric assistance, so they only need a little bit of punching in and out when they want it. And if you go for the hub drive style of bike like you've got here, it's a far more inexpensive option of e-bike. So it does provide a low maintenance, a very easy to use option for someone who just wants a little bit of power as and when they want it. Or if you really want to, you can turn it on motor power all the time, turn it up and down as you want. It is torque sensitive, so it's going to be far more lifelike than your standard hub drive, and it is a lot lighter than a standard bike, and it comes in a lot cheaper too. So what's it like to ride? Yeah, it's great fun. It's punchy. It does the job that it's designed for really, really well. Is it going to put a smile on your face? Absolutely, it will definitely do that. So if you're looking for a bike that's fun, lightweight, low maintenance and low cost, but it's still going to put a big smile on your face, be well worth giving a Dual Sport a try. We really hope that you've enjoyed the video and you found it useful. If you'd like to come down and see a bike in the flesh, we'd be really pleased to see you. You can have a whiz around the car park, get a feel for it, see what all the fuss is about. So have you liked and subscribed? We'd be really grateful if you could. It's just down there. Honestly, no pressure. So we really hope that you've enjoyed this video. We'd be really grateful for any comments you have. Please leave them below. And if we don't see you in store, we will see you in the next video. Cheers.